I think the Direwolves are going to be looking for that. Meanwhile, on Team Bliss, it was the player you were excited to see return back to form as well. Vortex starting to step up, rise up a fair bit more as well. So for Team Bliss, I think they're going to be hoping to carry that sort of momentum, I feel, moving forward in this one. Either way, it's an interesting matchup for sure, because stylistically at times, sometimes these teams can, at least from my eyes, almost mirror themselves. The one thing that I do like from Bliss is when they cheat players forward, but in this situation, Misty is there to punish.
And a bit of a mistake here from Vortex, the player we really want to see step up for Team Bliss if they are to be successful.
As well, so even a booming clear could have potentially gotten some offensive pressure going for Bliss. Instead, they find themselves down early. Direwolves, this is kind of where they want to be. They are one of the more dangerous teams, I feel like, when they do get that lead.
And something they're trying to do this season, as opposed to last, is be a lot quicker with their plays, and that's what we see here from Walcott. He goes straight for the shot. He didn't try and slow it down and outplay anyone, just 50-50 shot.
And when you win both 50s that cleanly as well, everything looks that much better. Also a demo happening in front of the net, just showing how the Direwolves are kind of in unison when they see that opening. All game up, and Fiber may have just shut it down.
Vortex been looking a lot more for the passes now, and maybe that is how he takes over this missed shot opportunity. Last chance here as Cobo looks to center it. Misty clears it out, and with the bumping in the midfield, Direwolves are going to secure it. They take it
as well to stay back in case something goes wrong, and that trust has been warranted so far. The few times when Bliss has been able to find openings, speaking of which, Misty almost gets the Bliss defense with the fake. But those moments where the Direwolves have been relying on that one defender back, it seems like each and every time they've been able to find the clean pass, although this could be that exception. Cabo off the pass makes it back to a one-goal game.
Very clean here from Bliss, and I love that from Vortex because he's been going for the shot over and over again. And you can see Misty expected that shot. It was a great high pass, no chance to intercept. And that gets Bliss on the board and involved in terms of a huge mechanical player. They want him challenging. They want him controlling the midfield a lot more. And I think that's been also a large part of why they've looked so much more aggressive at the same time, because he used to slow the ball down a lot.
Absolutely, and that influence comes from Zen, if I'm not mistaken. Zen, who's been really working with them, as well as getting an insane save on the goal line right there. The Bliss defense put under the pump already. Fiber goes for the double, can't quite find it, but Misty will clean up afterwards. 1-0 lead for the Direwolves.
Can't let Fiber have room on the ball like that. They tried to challenge, but they kept the spacing too far.
You know what? You've done it. You know you can reach that level. And it's exciting to see how that will help develop his and the rest of their team's play style. So far, a little bit shaky after yesterday, but that's what today is for, righting those wrongs.
This is big from Cobo. He's opened up a 1v1. No! Oh, Vortex had so much time. Fiber hanging back. That should have been a goal. It still will be. Zed follows it up with a great 50 and ties up the game.
Finally, Team Bliss wins a critical 50, and it doesn't get more critical than right in front of the net. Misty is there, but Zed forces it through.
That was not a very wise touch there by Fiber. I think he was trying to put that high, flick it up, and he ends up getting too much power straight towards his net.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a caster curse, perhaps, as we talk about how well Fiber's been looking. Still, plenty of time left in this game for the Direwolves to sort of regain that control. They are going to be on the back foot, though, as Vortex has an angle. And now it's Team Bliss with a 2-1 lead.
Hey, Vortex in the game. Let's go. He finally gets that shot. Took him 4 or so goes to get it, and that's a great angle and great confidence booster here for Vortex.
Absolutely.
It's going to make it here difficult for the Direwolves, and starting to look like it might be an equal game. It's so much room here for Fiber.
Yeah, as we see Misty, almost forced an own goal. Actually may have. I do believe Misty got that touch. Point is tie ball game with 16 seconds left.
Once again, you can't give Fiber room. Look how much effect he had on the play. Draws in the defender into a challenge, flicks it over the top of them, then goes for the bump, and that is Fiber once again. Both goals in this game credited to him.
Absolutely, and with the tie ball.
This race, he thought Misty was hanging behind that ball, tries to flip back, just misses the pixel, and that means he couldn't get back in time to get under that ball and keep it away from the net. Team Bliss have just managed to equalize.
Game 10 seconds remaining. You can kind of consider it overtime rules now. Direwolves will look to try to end it in regulation as Misty, not a lot of boost to play with, winds up losing control. Zen up the middle, the ball gets away and Walcott knocks it in!
He's completely caught off guard. He didn't expect Zen to be winning this race. He thought Misty was hanging behind that ball, tries to flip back, just misses the pixel. And that means he couldn't get back in time to get under that ball and keep it away from the net. Team Bliss have just managed to equalize.
I have to play devil's advocate Bliss side in game number 3. Hopefully they'll be able to kind of put things back together. This could be that chance. Flick up to Zen, stopped by Walcott. Direwolves now going to set up their own attack. Fiber keeping it up high. Now it's going to go down low to Misty. Shot saved. I believe that was Cabo that got in the way. Follow-up shot from Walcott's do good. And the Direwolves take a 1-0 lead.
And the last 3 goals in a row has been Fiber with a bit of room in the midfield, setting something up, creating the open space, and then one of his teammates finishing it off. So Direwolves have figured out their secret to success here.
Again, it was a point that you made a couple weeks ago, how within this region, players are becoming more and more fearless, except for against certain individuals. And right now, I think Team Bliss needs to be a bit more fearful of what Fiber is doing to them. These individual plays are creating so much space, as Vortex almost gets it through Walcott.
That's an
He's going to make the save, breakaway, open net, open goal. Misty gets credit for the point.
This was very odd from Zen. He's usually been very smart in the third man role, but he committed alongside Cabo, maybe a bit of crossed wires there, and that's going to be an easy one for Direwolves.
2-0 lead, up for it, looking to hold that possession. Cabo tries to challenge, ball being squeaked towards the wrong net for the 0-second goal. Bliss keeping it alive, but they burn too much resources, and Direwolves spike it down.
Strong game here from the Direwolves. 30 seconds left here. They should be able to take this game very clean and comfortably, though. That's a mistouch there. Cabo, a pass across to Zam. He's not going to be able to find the goal from that, so very, very unlikely. Although another mistouch, and Vortex, he's found the shot. And with 22 seconds left, there is a chance.
Almost made that comeback happen before. Perhaps they're going to be able to put it together here. 22 seconds. We've already seen one 0-second goal. Granted, it was a 0-second own goal. Still, Bliss, they've got a gun for it now.
Oh, that was just Direwolves' game, but advantage for them here. As long as it's a 0-all game, I'm still going to be able to back Bliss to just make out one goal.
Well, it's Misty who's threatening now. Cabo barely gets back in time for that save. Direwolves still hunting. Ball through the corner, caught by Zen, who gets bumped right off the play. Misty, though, doesn't get the pinch right away, but uses it to pass it back to Fiber, who's going to go for the reset. Again, space across the middle, Yummy, and this time it's in. 1-0 lead for the Direwolves.
This man's on fire. Can't stop him. Gets the flip reset. Delays the players. Form some magic to try and bring this back against the heavy defense of Direwolves.
Do or die in a very literal sense right now for Team Bliss. Dropping out here could really hurt their chances on a miracle land run. They've got to find this goal. They're on the attack. Pass back. Cabo's there, and that's the equalizing goal.
That is massive, and I love that they go for the quarter play. They're not trying to be too fancy. It was a 50. Good positioning here from Cabo. Great placement as well. Vortex has been struggling to shoot, but I think Cabo looks to be on form in that area.
The Zen-Cabo connection.
Instead, it's down the other end. Vortex looking to put the shot on. Still a chance here for Team Bliss, but Fiber is once again just getting in the way of these attacks.
Misty doing a good job on defense, and that pass is beautiful. Walcott and the Direwolves advance.
That is huge. Fiber just taking his time with it, getting the flick over Vortex. Cabo caught between a rock and a hard place, and Direwolves show why they were so good last event.
I mean, and it has to come from Fiber again, making that play across the middle, being given too much space.